Welcome to the Mad Love Your Life show. I'm Mary Dee, the Joy Catalyst, here to be your host and transformation guide. Mad Love is about the mad, making a difference, and love is what we serve up to live a delicious life. My intention is to help you spark new ideas, break limiting beliefs, and align with your deepest dreams and desires. Get ready for laughter, inspiration, and finding your inner roar in every show. Hi, y'all. Merry Christmas. I am excited to be doing this solo for you since we're taking Christmas Day off from the show. And real quick, if you can help me out, go over to the Mad Love Your Life show on YouTube or find us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Give us a subscribe and a positive review if you like the show. Your action tells the algorithm that this content is share-worthy and it gets more people to listen to the show. And that will feel really good. It'll share the message and spread more joy into the world. So thank you in advance, and thank you so much for tuning in. I know the holiday season can be really joyful for some people and also really painful for others. I know that some of you are Santa's little helpers, buying all the things, and others of you are annoyed and feeling grinchy. But no matter where you are on that scale, I'm reminded that we can actually feel both like the Grinch as well as a Christmas elf. There's this air of pressure, right, that you might be feeling to buy gifts, and maybe funds are tight this year and it's confronting you about where your finances are at. Or maybe the holidays feel like it's just a gift grab and that you're not actually appreciated for what you bring to the table. And for sure, guys, I want to remind you not to buy your beloved a vacuum cleaner or any other appliance unless she has specifically asked you for it. If you're struggling to find that perfect gift, you can always describe your person into ChatGPT and perhaps it will spit out for you the perfect gift list. And also for those of you who are looking to do something a little more personal, possibly a little less costly, I want to encourage you not to forsake those homemade gifts. Things like that favorite batch of cookies, their favorite pie, along with a handwritten little love note, even one of those coupons offering some of your sweat equity, like a foot massage, a night where you cook dinner instead, a night where you babysit so that your partner can go out and play. And maybe it's something funny between the two of you, like maybe you never watch action films with him, so you gift him a movie night where you will sit through Rambo 5 one more time. Or maybe it's one of those rom-coms that she loves and you rub her feet while enduring the 90 minutes of the sappiest Christmas love story that looks like every other predictable love story on the planet. Whatever it is, there's so many ways to express your love and adoration and to gift another person in a meaningful way that doesn't cost you actual money and will actually be more meaningful than whatever is being pandered as the next latest and greatest gadget. You could also create an adventure where you both go and feed the homeless at a food kitchen together or volunteer your time with a charity like Meals on Wheels or Christmas Angels. There's something really bonding and beautiful about helping others when you do it together. And in this season of giving, I wanted to tell you that it is the season of giving. It is also the season of forgiving. And in this season, as we look at the end of the year, as you look back over all of 2024, as you look back over your life, I'm sure that you can reflect on different ways that either you could use or give some forgiveness. And if we're honest with ourselves, we'll usually find something there. So what are some of the things that you know you need to forgive yourself for? And that's the first one we're going to focus on. I was in a meditation the other day and I was forgiving myself for all of the ways I self-betrayed my younger self. I forgave myself for the times when I criticized my body. I forgave myself for pursuing men who were emotionally unavailable so that I could stay in my father wounds. I forgave myself for not trusting my intuition fully and for excusing bad behavior from myself and from others. I forgave myself for overachieving and attaching my self-worth to the trophies on my wall. I forgave myself for being too prideful to ask for help. I forgave myself for the times when I was inauthentic and repressed my fullest expression for fear of judgment. I forgave myself for ever feeling like I wasn't enough. I forgave myself for compromising my values. I forgave myself for lowering my standards. I forgave myself for lots and lots of things. And maybe you can relate to some of those same things. It doesn't matter how recently or how long ago those things showed up for you. You can forgive yourself right now in this moment. And forever and ever, as long as you need to set yourself free, you have it in your power to forgive yourself and move forward. And y'all, if you fall again, you know what? You can forgive yourself and stand right back up and keep going. This one thing is the difference between staying stuck and moving forward in life. It is the ability to not let life or its circumstances or even your own stinking thinking keep you down. And also, what about the next part of forgiveness, which is forgiving others? What about forgiving someone who hurt you, whether that's physically or emotionally? I remember forgiving my biological dad. And I know a lot of you are in the same boat. He's dead, by the way. But I forgave him nonetheless for not being the father I thought I deserved, for not being a man in my life that could be a positive model to me of what I should look for in a partner. I forgave also that other guy who took advantage of me. I forgave some things that some people might even call unforgivable. So think about the ways that you have held on to hurt by someone else. And also, I want to remind you that forgiving doesn't necessarily mean that you have to want or even invite this person back into your life. So, by the way, they don't have to be present in your life. It doesn't mean that suddenly they get to be part of who you are again and all the things. It doesn't mean that what they did was somehow permissible. It just means that you're choosing to let it go in the spirit of forgiveness so that you can lighten your own load and not allow it to have any power over you anymore. And that's whether you tell them to their face if they're available, or whether you decide to just say it silently and release it. Too many times people hang on to unforgiveness because it creates an anchor. And that anchor lets us tie the boat of our anger and our resentment onto that anchor so that we can keep feeling perpetually angry, which feeds our ego and tells us they were wrong. And we stay angry. We stay in victimhood and we give it free rent inside our bodies and inside our mind and inside our being. And it doesn't belong there. So I invite you to do some fall cleaning. And if I were to ask you right now, what do you want to leave behind with 2024, with this last year and all that's showed up or hasn't showed up? And I hope that for many of you, you'll choose to leave behind those negative emotions, that you'll choose freedom to let go of those negative emotions and thoughts that came from being hurt, that you might be allowing yourself to experience, possibly even on repeat, because you haven't moved on from it. You haven't allowed it to process. You've been holding it on. You've been anchoring it to your boat. And y'all, it's okay and it's valid to be angry and upset and hurt. I am not telling you not to have those feelings. I am simply suggesting that at some point, when you decide that you want to be done with those feelings, that you drop that heavy load and resolve to move on from the thing that you cannot undo, and instead move forward and live your life powerfully and transmute what harmed you and what didn't feel good into something that can fuel your joy. For those of you with the third type of forgiveness, means you may be on the other side of all of this, which is all of us, by the way, in some way, shape, or form at some point in our lives. And that's going to be, where is it in your life that you need to seek forgiveness from someone else? So who have you let down? Who did you hurt? Did you say that you would do something, but you didn't? Did you say that you wouldn't do something, but you did it again? There are also, in this scenario, no guarantees that the other person is going to receive your forgiveness, but you can ask. And if it's someone that is gone from your life, that you don't have contact with, or who's dead and gone, you can still ask for that forgiveness energetically. But for those of you that have the courage to actually write a letter, pick up the phone, have a face-to-face, this can be a really beautiful moment to stretch you and also to allow you to live on that growth edge of forgiveness. And also, even if you apologize and they say no, then you still have it in your power to forgive yourself. You have it in your power to do better. You have it in your power to try harder. You have it in your power to try and right the wrong if that's possible. You have the power to let go of your past and also move forward powerfully and learn the lesson. With that, I am wishing you the most beautiful season of love and lights. And I'm serious when I ask you, what is it that you want to leave behind with this year? What has no place for the future you and the future you're headed towards? Is it procrastination? Is it that job you loathe? Is it self-pity? Is it a lack of confidence? Is it stinking thinking? Once you know what you're letting go of, after you've sat with what you're letting go of, then I want to ask you, what is it that you want to call in? How can you take all of what you want to leave behind and transform that energy into what you want to call in instead? Is it a new life partner? Is it a better relationship with your beloved? Is it a better relationship with your kids? Is it a better relationship with yourself? Is it a better relationship with food? Is it a better job, a better car, better choices, better income? Whatever it is that you're calling forth for the new year, I hope that you get it. And also, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. In the words of Mary Morrissey, I hope that you will hold the vision and not the circumstances. Y'all, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. Happy Tuesday and Wednesday, if that's where it's at for you this year. If any of you want to get in touch with us, you know the drill. You can drop down to the show notes, into the comments, and you're going to see all of the ways to get the Mad Love. And this is our final show of 2024. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community and just being here to listen. And I hope that this was nourishing for you today. So 'tis the season for giving and forgiving. And until next time, may abundance always walk beside you. May joy always go before you. And may love always guide you on your path.
Thank you for tuning in to today's show. We air live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Bold Brave TV. We hope to see you back next week. For more ways to connect with my guests, content, programs, and retreats, just head over to www.marydee.com and subscribe. That's MARYDEE.com.